Hello, hello. Happy Wednesday. It's Lunch and Learn. How is everybody? Let me see some videos and some beautiful faces.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello. I know y'all are out
Welcome.
there. Maurice, Erica, I definitely know you two are there. Oh, hey, Miss Jones Hill. Hi, Charlene. Maurice, you are on mute, my
What's
friend.
for lunch, Maurice? That's what I need to know.
So we're eating lunch right now. It was a rough day for us, so we have a late start.
That's okay.
Hey, Charlene.
You're terrible. Hi. You can see all the food.
How are you guys? All right, I think folks are going to stay pretty quiet today, Michael. So
I know. Well, they need to blow up the chat because it's all about them today.
it is all about them today.
So we got Tatiana Jones Hill is in the building.
I don't know what kind of feedback we're going to get today if this group is so quiet.
I don't know. I think people still joining. I'm
Yep, I got one
optimistic
more
here.
coming in. Charlene, why does it look like you're on a boat?
Not a boat. It's not.
Oh. Oh, Luda. Michael, that's Ludicrous, the dog.
Oh, nice.
Hi, Luda.
Sharon.
He's like, I know that voice.
He was so excited. He started playing, running around as soon as he heard you.
I forgot the ceiling. It
Oh yeah, I did
of a
all
boat.
the
Yeah.
thing.
Yep.
Thing.
Hello, Mr. Trail. I see you on here.
Okay, I'm going quiet again.
Well, I know we'll
I'm gonna
get
do something.
good feedback from Maurice and Erica since they're on here. And
Oh no,
some
it'll be
folks.
good. It'll be good. I'm gonna sweeten the pot a little bit. I know that our executive directors do so much for others, and it is lunch, so I'm gonna combine the best of both worlds. Since I can't buy you lunch, I'm gonna give out a $25 Amazon gift card today.
Ooh.
But to get the gift card,
Ooh.
you gotta blow up the chat when we ask questions. We're going to be polling and we want some of your feedback. So I have a wheel of names and your name will only be on the wheel if you participate. And I see that you're participating. So make it fun, do something different. And I'm starting to put some of the names in, so I don't have to rush.
Okay. Anybody have any cool wins, accomplishments? I know we've got an awesome youth boxing clinic coming up in Los Angeles, in Watts on Saturday from 1 to 3. So if any of y'all are in Los Angeles, California, 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. on Saturday at the 109th Street Rec Center in Watts. Come pull up. We'll have a boxing clinic. Got a couple more. Hey, Vishal. Who else I just saw join too? Ooh, hey, Dee. We got Miss Randall on here too.
Who's BC?
I don't know. Show yourself, BC.
Or give me more of a name, because I can only put your name in the drawing if I
Have a
have
full
a little
name.
more of a connection. You know what has changed my life since I moved to Atlanta? And you already said it's full of
You have
sugar.
more, I was gonna say you have more money in your pocket?
I have more money in my pocket and sweet tea. I absolutely
But is it a
love
low calorie sweet tea or is it the usual sweet tea?
it. Is well, if you go into any local place and order sweet tea, I've seen them literally pour bags of sugar in, right? That's not this. So it's not low cal, but it's not high sugar like instant diabetes or anything. So it's relatively good. Only 3 ingredients, right?
Oh, I like
Sugar,
it. Okay.
water, and tea. So
Okay.
all right, we're gonna get started.
Let's do it.
Doing something a little bit different today. A couple of things we are on the agenda, very much like last week where we let you pitch and ask questions. This is going to be a bit of an open Q&A. But we also want to talk to you about some things that we are planning for the fall into the winter. And when I first met Dr. Sharon, I was like, hey, what do you do? And she talked about these lunch and learns and, uh, there's individual clients, but she didn't have like a cohort, a group coaching, a collection. Now we're doing a little bit of that inside of school, but to kind of kick that up a notch, we do want to start what would be a official group coaching nonprofit plug cohort. Final title of it, you'll hear about. But we'd love to hear from you today, what you'd like to see in that cohort. But I'm gonna ask. There's like 4 questions I'm gonna ask. But again, definitely need your participation. You can either come off mic, show us, come up on camera, or blow up the chat. Either one. Um, that's what we're looking for in terms of feedback. So one of the questions I'd love to just get some feedback in the chat. First of all, just give me a fire emoji in the chat if you're with me. That lets me know that you're there. You can just log in and you're in a drive-through. Just give me a fire emoji in the chat. Let me know you're with me. Those people I know. And I can put those people, also make sure that they're in for the drawing. All right, where's my chat? There we go. Okay, perfect. So who we got with me? All right, Reginald said he just finished the 2nd virtual workshop. Congratulations. Dee Dee is there. Dustin, fire emojis. Melvin, T. Jones, Erica, Reginald,
I
Charlene,
love
Maurice.
it.
Awesome. Awesome. So you guys are absolutely with me. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it.
They are here today. I have a feeling it's this $25 gift card to Amazon or wherever it was. And I don't know, maybe a pitcher of sweet tea.
Yeah, right. Exactly. I'm telling you, and it's Milo's, just so you know, the brand is Milo Sweet Tea. There's so many things I found that are only in the South that are not in the North. That's one of them. I'll tell you about the other one before we leave today. All right. So, first question. Now, as we form this cohort, we want this cohort to educate. We want it to help lift you guys up. We want it to be educational, informative, take you guys to the next level with your nonprofits. But one of the things that we want to know, and I want you to tell us in the chat in 1 word or maybe 3, no more than 3 words. What is your biggest challenge as a nonprofit? So go. So first one in gets an extra drawing in. Okay, first one in is Dr. Sharon. Oh,
I
shoot.
want
All
that
right.
gift card. Don't I
All
qualify?
right. So Reginald says cash. T. Jones says funding. Erica says raising money, fundraising, time management, and boundaries. That time management and boundaries, I'm gonna actually ask you to come off mic. I'd love to hear more about that.
I feel like Danielle should win just because of the uniqueness of her response.
I can
Maybe we
respond
can
to
put
it.
some more entries in. We can put some more entries in. So Dee Dee
Ooh,
says
board of
funding.
directors. I like that one. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, board of directors. And I may ask a couple of you to come off mic too, to just kind of give us a little deeper dive. And I've got to ask that first one. Danielle, if you could come off mic, fundraising, we could relate. I've heard that. But when you say time management and boundaries, can you talk to us more about that?
Yeah, I can speak to it. I feel like now, like I've been doing this for 5 years, and now I feel like everything kind of revolves around the organization, which is really good. But I feel like there's no me time. Like we have a physical space, and so I feel like we don't have any curtains in the window, so it's hard for me to do like stuff outside of like our operating hours. So it's like I feel like not all the time should just be operating hours. There needs to be time where we can do stuff, we can clean up, we can prepare for other programming. And even like today, we've been fundraising with another organization. So they're very much like, we want to meet at noon. You have to pick up the money at noon. And so then no one met with me at noon. So, and then I kind of felt like they were upset with me because I was like, I need to be somewhere from 12 to 8:30. And so they kind of, I don't know, it feels like I'm kind of at like the mercy of them.
Mm, good. Okay. And we're not, and this is all about hearing from you. We're not coaching to things today. We want to hear from you, from your heart. Danielle, thank you so much for that. I put an extra entry in the drawing. Thank you, thank you. And also speaking to that, I don't know if you're familiar with it, but we will have a speaker coming in within this cohort that'll speak to compassion fatigue, the fatigue of you
Oh, she's
having to
good
give
too.
out. Say it
She's
again, I'm
good
sorry.
too. She's good too. She fixed me in 30 minutes.
Awesome. 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 So, and Dee Dee says yes.
I
And
know
when you
Dee
hear,
Dee needs it. Dee Dee has compassion fatigue. That woman literally does everything for this LA community.
oh my goodness. Awesome. Awesome. All right. And then Dee Dee says compassion fatigue is real. And how many of you give me a thumbs up or something in the chat if when we say compassion fatigue, like you totally like, oh my gosh, that's me. Give me a 100% or a fire emoji in the chat if that's you. Erica says 100%. T Jones says totally relatable. Dustin, is that like a melting emoji? What?
Yes,
I
that
don't
is a
know that.
melting emoji. We are melting. Yes,
Oh, okay, okay,
absolutely.
super dope, awesome. And Charlene says yes, that's me raising my hand. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, and this is just going to be rapid fire. We'd like to, if you could each give us anywhere from 2 to 3 topics that you're like, guys, we definitely want you to cover this or address this. So we got funding, cash, board of directors, time management. We've got that. We definitely would include that. Anything that wasn't mentioned or that really resonates for you of things that you say, you know what, in this cohort, when you guys form this, we want you to definitely touch upon this. So someone, T Jones says volunteers. And T Jones, I'm going to ask you to come off mic. I want to hear more about that. Is it going to be finding them, training them, the business of it? Also strategic planning. Um, I'm getting a message right now. Okay. Asking for money daily. There we go. Melvin says mentorship. Melvin, can you come off mic? And I'll give you an extra entry
Let's
in the
go,
drawing.
Melvin. Come on.
Is that possible? Going once, twice? Okay. Reginald. I like this one. Realistic goals for newbies. Are you able to come off mic?
Can you hear me?
Can I,
Sure can. Talk to me about that. What does that mean to you?
What that means to me is that we just recently became a 501c3 in April. And so we have like all these big goals and things like that. But we kind of want to know what's realistic for an organization where we're just kind of paying for things out of pocket and what's realistic. Say we're like, hey, for example, like hey, we want to raise $500,000 or $1 million. What's realistic for a newbie? And we kind of, you know, kind of, what word am I looking for? Kind of have some realistic expectations for the goals that we're trying to reach.
Okay. Okay. Good. 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 And Melvin, you said you can't come off mic. If you could just the mentorship piece, if you could give me a sentence or two, I'll also put you in the drawing twice. Give me a sentence or two of what you are looking for in the area of mentorship. Dustin says, can I piggyback off mentorship? Dustin, can you
Trail,
come off mic?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just in the gym right now. That's how I'm needed.
Yeah, no worries, no worries.
But I think, like Reginald was saying, that's being new to the scene. I felt like before I started the 501c3, everyone's like, man, you need to do a nonprofit. You do so much things in the community. And then you start it. And then everyone that told you to do it has no idea what to do about it. They don't know. They give you unrealistic goals. You have unrealistic goals going into it. And I just, to figure out a mentorship program that just doesn't stop after the cohort, it's like, I'm going to need help down the line as well. I'm going to need help. Like, I need someone to really hold my hand as well, because I also want to educate other people at the same time. So every aspect of my life right now, I think mentorship is the pillar of it, because I'm just a student. I need to soak up all this information and be able to articulate it correctly to other people who are students as well. But I just need to know what I'm doing first.
Awesome.
I
Awesome.
can speak now if you guys want me to.
And who's that?
Melvin.
All right. Yep. Go ahead.
We're in the same boat. I'm just getting started, and I'm gonna use Plug to get my 501(c), but I'm getting my board and all my ducks in a row. But I'm like him. I would love some good, strong mentorship where I get positive feedback, also negative feedback of what am I doing wrong and how can I steer this thing in the right direction. Because I know for a fact that I am on to a great nonprofit here in Miami, Florida. So I'm real far from you guys. So I am in agreement with that young man that just spoke.
Awesome. Awesome. And who was that spoke just before Melvin? Was that Reginald?
Trail.
Yeah. Oh, it was Dustin Trail. Perfect.
Yep.
Gotcha. Okay. Excellent. Awesome. All right. You guys are killing it. Killing it. Let me just go back to anyone else. So Danielle said also help with strategic planning and evaluations. That's good. Evaluations of who and what, Danielle? I know the answer, but I want you to just fill in the blank there.
I'd say about programming, specific programs, and probably also our board wanted to do evaluations on myself, and then other people do evaluations on board members. So those three.
Okay. Okay, good. Here's one that wasn't on the list. I'd like to know, and you may be so new that you say haven't, or there's nothing. What have you tried to do, or what are you currently trying to do to meet the needs or answer these questions or address it right now? And that could be everything from YouTube University to just winging it on my own, talking to other nonprofits, networking, whatever that is for you. Rapid fire, if you could let me know what you tried, and it could be lunch and learns, right? Of course, it could be being here. So just kind of rapid fire. Dee Dee says she's Zooms like this, networking, hosting workshops. Excellent. Like to hear from others. So what have you tried? Chat GPT, there we go. Chat GPT and networking, finding different programs to be a part of, YouTube, the board. Okay, so your board is there giving you support, collaborating. Excellent. Books, perfect. Books, excellent. And when we say, and just so you know, as we form this, we say cohort from a standpoint of the connectedness. It's not going to have it's not going to be an 8-week cohort, then it stops a 16-week. This is going to be an ongoing group coaching that provides the mentorship, coaching, networking, multiple levels of engagement for you to, and I'm glad some of these things are coming up because it's going to be for people that are new as well as people that have, you've been around for a while and maybe you're just excelling, going to that next level. Maybe you feel like you've plateaued. Many of you said there's a challenge with funding, so there'll be access to coaching on funding. But again, we'll be together as a group, somewhat similar to this, but kicked up a notch. Dee Dee says, love it. This is so needed. Danielle says, being on the board of other organizations to learn what they are doing and what works and what doesn't work. And I've heard that so much. And it's interesting because if that board that you're learning from, we always hope that they're above, like they've gone where we're trying to get to, right? That they've have $1 million budget, and that's one of our goals. They have a 6-figure budget, and that's one of our goals. So perfect. Excellent. Excellent. All right. So I'm going to ask you another question before we transition to open Q&A. Now, I hope everybody's sitting down, ready to type for this one. All right. What would you pay to be a part of a cohort like this? It's in spoiler alert, it's not going to be free. You would pay on a monthly basis. It is going to be, and I'll just tell you too, it will be something that affordable, that we've looked around at other group coaching programs like this, but we'd like to know in the chat what you would pay for something like this. Everybody's looking for the $sign and everybody's trying to type. All right. So Reginald, and with the first, Dustin, was that saying like you pay nothing for it? Dash.
That's saying I have no idea I don't know how to put a value add on
Oh,
this.
okay.
This is,
No
yeah,
worries.
this is,
I was
this
gonna
is
say
such a-
that's Trail just spent all his money on popsicles.
It's all good.
Yeah.
It's all good. No worries. No worries. So Reginald Titus says between $49 and $99 a month. Danielle says $125 a year. I have a lot of subscriptions. Okay. Excellent. Excellent. All right. Well, I will tell you, we are looking in that what's closer to Reginald's, in that 49 to we definitely want to keep it like in that range. It would not be, and I'll just tell you straight, it would definitely wouldn't be a 125 a year type of thing. It will be a high value engagement, meaning that you would have several times a month where we would gather. You'd be able to get coaching. We're going to debut this. You'll see it come out, but we're going to touch on all the pain points that we're mentioning today. And I think, do many of you know, and some of you might have an idea of what kind of the nonprofit does and charges and all that good stuff? You mind me talking about that, Dr. Sharon, just for a second? Okay. Our full capacity building, in that we do financial, reporting, grant writing. We have clients that sign on with us from 6 months all the way out to a year. We used to do a lot of month to month, but now it's 6 months to a year. People sign up and they get grant writing. They get me as a pitch coach. And I will tell you that the programs start at can go annually about anywhere from $25,000 to $30,000 a year. And some of you are like, what? But that's not this. This is having access to the same coaches, the same resources, but in a group setting, right? A cohort where you get to support one another, you get your questions answered, and you get a high quality consulting and coaching. But again, we're going to debut what that looks like, but we are looking in that $49 to $99 range. Okay. As always, there will be people that'll say, hey, is there something more? I want more engagement. You'll have options for that. But this is something, I think, a long time coming, right, Dr. Sharon?
Long time coming. We even have a little mini boot camp coming up in November that we'll announce. I'll drop the link to sign up for that wait list, and that'll really prep you guys for this cohort and monthly model that we have with all sorts of value, especially for those of you that are starting brand new nonprofits and maybe have had a nonprofit only for like a year or two.
Yep. And I will tell you, Dr. Sharon, I had to go through a bit of a purge. I just went over to Go High Level, and I realized how faithful we can be to subscriptions, whether we use them or not. The psychology is that like, don't quit because you could use it next week. It could change your life. One, we don't want that to be this at all. This is going to be engagement. You get real resources. But I realized too, as I cut back some subscriptions, I was able to now, one, it freed up a lot of cash, but two, it just allowed me to be able to spend more money on advertising, more money on marketing. And I had to take a fresh look at that thing that I pay $79 for a month, but I was going to use it. It's like the gym membership concept. That's how people, they know, right? You're not going to quit because you feel like, oh, I've defeated, I've lost if I quit.
Right. For sure.
Awesome. All right, guys, I'm going to share the wheel of names, and some of you that spoke up and I called on, I put you in here a couple of times. As I share my screen, if you are in the room and you were in the chat and you say, hey, my name's not up there, please let me know. Let me share my screen. I'm a big fan of the wheel of names. In the group coaching, we'll be using this a lot. Have you ever seen this, Dr. Sharon? Have you ever seen this or used it?
Yeah, these are fun. I love it.
Love it, love it, love it.
How cool is this feature?
Yep. All right, so we got Charlene, Danielle in there twice, Dustin in there twice, Erica, Maurice.
Wait, I don't see my name in there.
Yeah, I owe you a gift anyway. No, I'll
I feel
put
like
you
I
there.
feel like you don't. I feel like you don't count. I feel
Yeah,
like
I
you don't
counted.
count.
What the
Yeah.
hell?
I'm just saying.
No more popsicles for you, friend.
And
I'll
if you
make it
did
up to you
speak
today
and
when
I
I hear
didn't
you on
put
stage.
Okay.
awesome, awesome. So if you commented in the chat and you don't see your name up here, please let me know right now before I spin. And I think I took a couple of your comments twice. And Dee Dee, I know, also was blowing it up. All right, all right. All right, is that it? I've got everyone in. Anyone say I don't see my name that commented in the chat? Oh.
Oh, Miss Jones. Yeah, I know that's not your first name. Can you put in the chat on how you spell your first name? It's like TIAIRA. Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay.
Ooh, I'm so sorry.
Oh, Vishal's name isn't in there. We're sorry, Vishal.
All right.
Everyone's like, don't add in anybody else's names.
All right. Did I get everyone? We good? We good? Forgetting that, bro. Let me just put in that twice. All right. $25 gift card. If you are the winner, I need you to drop your email in the chat. And that's where I'll be sending the gift card. Okay. Don't put it in the chat. I can't send it to you. So please, if you are the winner, just put your email in the chat and I'll send it to you right after we end this meeting. And right after we spin this, we're going to go into open Q&A. That's anything about donor acquisition, capacity building, pitching, fundraising, financial, IRS, Dr. Sharon, I know you love them. All right. So let me spin this wheel.
The IRS is my best friend for all of you.
I know you've been on hold with them like half the time I met you.
Mhm. A lot of
All
time
right,
with them.
here we go.
Okay, Mr. 305.
All right.
Congratulations, Miami.
I've never won nothing in my life.
Yeah,
Melvin, this
listen,
means you better be giving me a phone call back, friend.
today's the day. Awesome. Melvin, if you could drop your email in chat, you can send it to me privately or just drop it in the open chat and I'll get this gift card out to you ASAP.
Congratulations, Melvin.
Congrats.
Thank you guys. I love this meeting anyway. So I'm at work and I'm on this meeting. So if I get fired, somebody's in trouble.
It's just a sign you guys spend more time on a nonprofit.
I was
That's all it is.
literally just gonna say that. I was gonna say the exact same thing.
Awesome. All right, so it is time for open Q&A. Feel free to drop questions in the chat. Oh,
Ooh, I love telethons.
oh, jump in there.
Okay, Reginald, here is exactly what you're gonna do. This is my #1 gem I drop for how to bring in the most money in one day. What's a telethon? Let me go over that too. Okay, so this is what a telethon is. Imagine maybe 20, 30 people sitting in one room with phones, but back in the day, it was the ones where you had to like push dial or the I don't know what you call it, but you had to put your finger in the hole and move the wheel around. That was the
Oh,
old school
rotary
phone
dial.
days. The
Rotary
rotary dial.
dial.
Thank you. Okay, so then you've got like 20, 30 people in a room. Today, if you're going to do it, you're going to do it with your cell phones. And you're going to have a list of hundreds of people that you're going to phone call. So it's basically like everyone sitting in a room for 24 hours, making phone calls all day long, calling volunteers, donors, friends, family, business partners, colleagues, and asking them to donate to your organization. So, Reginald, specifically for you for running a telethon, you can use your board, your volunteers, get together some friends and family, have everyone write down 100 to 150 names, and every single one of you is going to call your list of names. You're going to share your mission, the programs you have, things that you've got coming up, some of your needs, and you're going to ask them all to either donate, to volunteer, or to do a fundraiser on behalf of your nonprofit organization. So just imagine, just for giggles, let's say you call 50 people and 25 of those 50 people all agree to do a fundraiser on behalf of your organization for $500 that day. That is $12,500 that you raised that day.
Awesome.
It's my favorite thing to do.
Very
Easiest
nice.
way. I did that a couple of years ago with a nonprofit I was the executive director for, $25,000 in one day.
Wow. And there's so much to
And
ahead.
sorry, Michael, it's unrestricted funding, meaning you can use it for payroll, expenses, whatever. It's not a restricted grant. It is unrestricted funding.
And I can't help but think that there's so much to that focused effort. One day, intense, everybody focusing on one goal, getting so much done. So often we stretch things out. There's a little here, a little there, a little here, but everybody's in there one day focus.
So one day you're like
Melvin.
12 hours, you're making 100 phone calls and you make $12,000. I mean, I kind of feel like maybe I'm in the wrong business now and I should switch.
Melvin, check your email. You should have a shiny new gift card sitting in there.
Okay, I will as soon as I get off work.
No worries. All right. Other questions? And maybe that's a lunch and learn in and of itself. Maybe, and we can also bring that into the
we can talk about what that script looks like. We could even do role play. We could have one of the participants on here. We could see what they would do if they making a phone call, and we can perfect those.
And what's nice is, to your point, is, and to give you an example of the benefits of the group cohort, is that group cohort, you get the scripts, you get the, you know, all the information, like we give you that data, not just, hey, here it is, this is how it's done. We would actually give you those swipe files.
Yep.
Oh, real quick, I did a copy and paste of your email. It just came back. It said it wasn't delivered. Comcast.net, right?
I have Melvin's email address too.
Yeah, just shoot it to me. I did a copy and paste. Yep. No worries, no worries. All right. Reginald says, I'll sign up for that for sure. Good ideas. Any other questions? And again, feel free to either come off mic, raise your hand, or ask the question in the chat.
I do have just a general question.
Sure.
If someone, when you first start your 501c3, is there like a time frame when you're expected to be generating some revenue for it before like it gets defaulted or anything of that sort? I've had it for probably like 6, 7 months now, and literally haven't done anything with it. So, just as someone just starting, is there a timeline of any sort?
No, great question. But what I will tell you, no, plenty of people start nonprofits. It ends up getting put on the back burner. It's not required by the IRS or the state to have any kind of movement. The only caveat is you still, no matter if you make negative money, positive money, zero operations, it's on pause, you still have to maintain compliance every single year.
All right, yeah, there's an N in the one you gave me, Dr. Sharon, so I'll correct that.
Okay.
Perfect. Excellent. Any other questions? You've got us here. Otherwise, we'll be giving you back 21 minutes of your life.
I love that telethon one. Reginald. Thank you for bringing up the telethon. You don't even know me, and that's my favorite.
That's I'm telling you, that's a beast
whole
of a
training.
workshop.
Yep.
That is a amazing workshop. So, and then like I
Good
said,
afternoon, guys. So, quick
who's that?
question. It's Denisha.
Hi,
Awesome.
Denisha. That's Misty.
Hello.
Hi, Sharon. How are you?
I'm good. I hope I see you tonight, my friend.
Oh, I'm gonna text you.
Okay.
But you'll be real proud of me.
Okay.
Question. So, as you know, we have been in talks about starting, my nonprofit with, Nyla. One of the things I will say that I am a little nervous because I was listening to this accountant and they were just talking about like basically when you have a nonprofit, like the IRS is like you say your friend, like it sounds like they, they're a little harder on nonprofits than they are for profits. And so that kind of makes me a little nervous because, I have all these, like we have all these great ideas on how we can help our community and serve, the kids that, need the help. But it's like, what does that look like once you are like already up and running? It's like, what is the first steps? You have all these ideas, what is it? Is it trying to connect with, government where, you can, provide services to help, things, to fill the gaps for them? Is your first thing, oh, let's hurry up and get this funding? Is it, it's like there's so many things that have to be done to me at the same time. It's like, where do you start? If that makes any sense. I mean, I know that's a loaded question. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with it. Like there's so many different things we would like to do, but of course it's going to take money. So it's like, do you focus on the telethon, the workshops or anything that, do you work on things that generate money first? Or, do you get the volunteers first? Like, what do you do?
Michael,
I'll
you want to
jump
do it
in.
first or you want me to do it?
Yeah, let's both take it.
Okay.
When someone even, in my opinion, when someone even has the idea of a nonprofit, so you're saying you've already formed, what do you do kind of day one? Is that what you're asking? What are we focusing in early
Yeah,
on?
like right, because like I said, been having cold feet on starting it because I don't want to, start it and then literally don't know what to do because this
Oh,
would
okay.
be, you know what I mean? This would be new for me, even though I've worked for nonprofits.
Sure.
I have, worked for several, nonprofits. So the work is not the problem. It's just like, well, how do you get started in the work?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm already working for, nonprofits that are already started and they've been for a long time. So it's like just coming in on a plane that's already flying, that's cool. But, if you a pilot, you don't know how to fly a plane, you're just like, I don't know how to get started.
Okay. And this actually the answer to this goes into what we always talk about at the nonprofit. There's 5 things that make a nonprofit succeed. Very much like any other for-profit business having a detailed plan or roadmap. It's my opinion that the foundation of that detailed plan is going to be around your programs and how you're serving your community, because all the other stuff kind of orbits around it, right? We have a board of directors that oversees an organization that executes programs that serves a community. Yeah, and your grants, what do they want to know? What program you have, or the grant has a specific program to do what? Serve a particular community. So I would say it is definitely going to be formulating, and it starts with what is your mission? What is your vision? Who are you serving? With that, we then shape programs, because the programs are the legs. We're only calling on a telethon because we're telling them about a program that we're using to serve a community. When we go get volunteers, it's only to work within a program to serve a community. So if you think about, I really feel like the core of that detailed plan is going to be, what program am I doing? Who am I serving? Who do you serve? Or who are you aiming to serve?
Well, I mean, we pretty much have that. I mean, one of our biggest communities that we want to serve are the children in the community. So those who are graduating from college, or high schoolers, because as you know, they've taken trades out of schools, and so just really providing resources where you don't have to be the aspiring rapper or basketball player. You can actually learn how to be a plumber, or learn how to just really learn a trade. So we want to introduce you know different types of resources, and really like flood the community with other ways to like elevate yourself. And it's really targeting the my primary audience are the children in the community, and then secondary will be the parents, because to support the parents and maybe giving them resources that they to help their children as well. So it's like I understand, it's like mapping out the plan, but I hear what you're saying. It's like having a business plan. It's like, okay, this is my target audience. This is who I'm trying to get, and so then you start mapping out the plan. So it would probably be similar to like that, right? Like a business plan.
Yes, and I would say
Okay.
specificity is key, because you have the two different groups that you said you're serving, but what's the core problem you're addressing?
The core problem is the lack of resources. Like I said, they've taken a lot out of the schools. So when I was going to school, we had driver's education, we had home ec, we had all these different. We had what is that called? Shop. I forgot what it was called, but they taught you how to change your oil, and they taught you how to work with your car. So these are the different types of things we want to bring back.
So you want to
To
bring back those traditional trades back into schools?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Or just it may not, necessarily be, because I'm gonna tell you, one of the things about schools is the trades didn't leave all the schools. They just left the inner city schools. My son swims. We would go to different schools, and they had all the resources. They had everything. They still had their shop. They still had all the things. It's just in the inner city. And so that's the focus. It's, all those things got taken from the inner city. If you go out further out, they have those resources. It's just we don't. But their parents have the money to support the schools. My son went to Palisades. A lot of actors, and they put their money in that school so the school can have those types of resources. But if that's not necessarily happening in the community, in the inner city, because of the lack of funding, the lack of resources.
Okay.
Um,
All right. Well, I know we're I don't want to run out of time. So I'll let Dr. Sharon answer. Is your program up and running now? What do you have in place right now?
No, because now I'm about to step in, and
You
I'm
about
gonna
to
be
step
the
in?
mean one over here because Michael was too nice to y'all.
Yeah,
What?
yeah, go.
Miss D
I love
does
you though.
not have her formation and incorporation yet.
Not-
Problem number one. Number two, You're already doing the work. Like you
I
and I
know.
are already doing the work, and now you don't have the infrastructure so that you can solicit and collect donations, go after
Hmm.
grants, fundraise. Y'all are actually kind of cool because you are actually serving the community, unlike other folks who start a nonprofit, want money, but don't even have any programming yet. D, you're
Right.
already serving the community. Get that nonprofit started, because also some grants require 2 to 3 years of existence. Had you
Oh
formed,
God,
you would have already had a year or two under your belt.
you're so true. Okay.
I'm
All
gonna,
right.
I'm gonna cuss you out on text. I won't do it in front of everybody.
I appreciate that. And, I could take it. Go ahead.
I know
Dig
you
in.
can. I know you can. But it's time for you and I to pull the trigger. Y'all are already,
Okay.
you're already serving the community.
Right.
Good.
Okay.
Okay.
And
So
then
it
you have the
more so,
infrastructure for the things that Michael's saying: donor cultivation, strategic planning, partnerships, sponsorships, your messaging.
Right. Okay. All right. Well, we're ready.
nice.
Can I ask a follow-up question off of that real quick?
Hi,
Of course.
Trail.
Hey, what's up, Didi? I didn't even know that was you. I can't. Hopefully, it's not like I'm not going to see you tonight, but we'll catch up soon.
Okay, we'll do.
So I had two questions. The first one is because what Didi is talking about doing, we are implementing as well, as you know, Dr. Sharon, in certain ways. So one thing, is it oversaturated to have similar nonprofits in such a close proximity together? One.
Absolutely
And
not. Oh, sorry.
okay.
Go ahead, Trail.
Oh,
Finish.
no, good. Yeah, that was perfect. And then two, someone like Dee, like I've already spoken to her and her husband multiple times about getting to work together. And would it hurt if we like came up with some programming together, since I am formatted, and then as she gets formulated, maybe combine our nonprofits together to do the same thing? Or like, how would that work if there was like someone that wanted to do something and not quite there yet, but we have the establishment, we have the same kind of ideas, and we could work together to collaborate until it's put together?
This is what I love, because Dee doesn't have her nonprofit yet. She's going to need somebody like you, Trail, to collaborate with, because you have the infrastructure. And then once you guys have both your infrastructures together, funders love collaboration. They love to see nonprofits get together and do stuff. So you and Dee working together, fighting for the same mission. She's going to have her own network of people to leverage. You have your own network of people to leverage. You two come together, leverage the community together. So there's always the opportunity for collaboration. Also, you both have different skill sets. So Dee may have a skill set in one area and you may have a skill set in another, and those two go pair and pair together.
And real quick, there will be opportunities where some grants will be so big, you may need each other to execute.
Yeah. Thank you, Michael. Yep. Yep.
Hey, Didi, it sounds like we gotta get back on the phone sooner
I
or
was
later.
about to say, I was exactly about to say that I would love to work with Trail. He's amazing. I love what he's doing. Yes, let's do it. I love it.
Cool.
See? Cohort in action, coming
Mhm.
together. Wonderful. All right, so we're going to be wrapping up soon. Any final questions? Any other questions? Anyone want to squeeze a question in? You've been holding back. Don't leave with that question
Oh, I'm going to
unanswered.
drop the link to the wait list to sign up for our cohorts and our training programs in the chat box. Give me 2 seconds, guys.
Perfect.
Be sure to join this wait list so that you guys can stay in the know for these next steps.
Can I chime in?
Of course. Let's hear it, Melvin.
This has been so empowering for me, because I have my ideas, I have everything in place. I just waiting on one guy to get on board. But you guys have really inspired me today, and you have put me in a place where yes, I can do this, because this has been like 2 years in the making for me. I see the need, I know the need, and I just want to thank you guys for what you're doing for nonprofits and for individuals like us that are really, well, like me, that wants to do this, but yet a little clueless and a little afraid to step out there. I just want to thank you guys.
No worries. No worries. We appreciate you. And, we know that there's so many people out there that with a little bit of nudging, a little bit of accountability, some wisdom here beyond, again, YouTube University and other resources, we have decades of experience in the space, and we're here to help. You know, one thing that I appreciate about Dr. Sharon is that she genuinely cares and wants to see everyone here succeed. I'm the same way. We take on each of your nonprofits, each of your entities, and we treat them like our own. When we're giving coaching or consulting advice, we genuinely, it's not just information. We want to hear that you've executed and you've pushed and you've made it happen. So we appreciate you. Awesome, awesome. Oh, during the last quarter, are wealthy individuals looking for places to donate their money? I'll tell you, absolutely. And we're Giving
Right
Tuesday
on.
coming up in December. And yes, people are looking, they know what their numbers are for the end of the year, and they're looking to just, hey, I've got to get rid of this, or looking for that great opportunity. So yes, the answer to that is yes. And in the cohort, we will be, group coaching will be getting you ready for Giving Tuesday in December. How many of you participated in Giving Tuesday last year? Give me a 1 and give me a 2 if you didn't even know about Giving Tuesday at all, which is okay.
Give us a 3 if you have no idea what we're talking about.
Yeah, 3 if you know what I'm talking. Okay, yep. Here we go. Dee was a part of it. Reginald's like, what? Giving Tuesday? I'm in. I didn't even know it existed. Cool. Excellent, excellent. All right. I mean, that's all I've got, Dr. Sharon. I want to thank everyone in the chat. Amazing information. We got the data we need to push this over the hill and go take it to the next level. Launching, you'll be hearing more about it and be able to sign up. Please get on the waiting list, and then we're going to take it from there. You'll be hearing more about it, but it's going to take all that we do here and really put legs on it. I joke with Dr. Sharon, it's like, and I've been in the same space. If you guys remember Clubhouse, right? Pandemic Clubhouse, people are hopping in, getting info, and hop to another room, get some info, hop to another room, get some info. And sometimes we can do that with Lunch and Learns. But we want framework, roadmap, accountability, execution, and success for you guys. So, all right, that's it for me, Dr. Sharon.
I love it.
Let you close us
Thank
out.
you, thank you, everybody. Thanks for joining the Lunch and Learn. Have a fantastic Wednesday. If any of you are in the Los Angeles, California area, tonight is the Black Professionals Network Mixer, all about nonprofits tonight. We even have a drink called The Plug featuring whiskey and myself. So if you're in Los Angeles, come tonight, come talk and learn about nonprofits. We've got a killer panel. Those of you in other states, we've got the cohorts coming. We have panels coming to your state. We will see you at the next Lunch and Learn. And if don't forget, in the chat is the link to join the waitlist so we can send you more information on cohorts and stuff we've got coming up. Bye, everybody. Have a great week.
Take care.
Bye.
Thank you,
Thank you,
guys.
guys.
Thank you.